Hello everybody, it's Lisa here. So today I have another important video for you to help you with your eating disorder recovery. And today I want to talk about how to use law of attraction to achieve full recovery from your eating disorder. And I think this is like the basic fundamental of how to bring the recovery in your life. And I have talked about this in my book and how I did it, but I want to make a video so maybe it can help you guys, because definitely, like, even me, I have to like remind myself this over and over again. The basic thing about law of attraction is that what kind of feelings, thoughts, emotions you put outside or you put into the world is what will be reflected back to you. If you always think in a negative ways, if you always think that I can't recover because of this, that, like I'm unfortunate, this is not for me, I'm too damaged, then this is what you will create. You will pull towards yourself like more similar experiences. But if you want to achieve full recovery, be intuitive eater, be normal eater, and just have like a full recovery in your life, you have to start like manifesting it right now and seeing it as already happened in your life. So this is like the very basic thing about law of attraction. But today I want to share with you 6 steps how to do it, how to use the law of attraction to achieve full recovery from eating disorders. So the first thing is that you have to become very clear of what you want to achieve. If you want to achieve full recovery from eating disorder, then you have to make a statement, like what it is like to be fully recovered. What would you do? Like how would you feel? What kind of conversation you would have with people? And you have to start focusing on what you want. So don't say things like, I wish to never have this eating disorder again, or I wish to never have like purging again, or I wish to never have this binging again. Like this is, of course, like it seems kind of positive thing, but instead of like focusing on what you want, you focus on what you do not want. And the universe will hear like more purging, more binging, more like out of control, like hunger cues. So you have to start saying what you do want. Like I am fully recovered from eating disorders. I am normal eater. I am even intuitive eater. I eat when hungry, stop when full. And you have to make it in a present tense. Do not make it as I wish to fully recover from eating disorder, or even like I want to fully recover from eating disorders, because these kind of things, it will make it seem to the like a universe or your subconscious mind that it's always in the future. It's never in the present tense. So you have to make your statement in a present tense. For example, like even before I knew how to recover from eating disorders, even before that, I made my positive statement in a present tense. And I told something along the lines that I am so grateful of my full recovery. I am back to normal eating, intuitive eating, and I feel amazing. Thank you. So I said something like this, like every time, repeat it to myself. And this is like a positive statement, telling like what I want to achieve, not focusing what I do not want. It's positive, and also I can feel it. Like I can feel like very happy and very positive. Like this is like my ultimate goal, like what I want, and it made me feel good. Like it was amazing. So I want you to have a statement that will make you feel good and that's positive. It's in present tense and you don't use negative words. So the next step will be to write it down. Whatever you like, you just made this statement, and maybe you try to like think how would you feel, what you would do, what kind of conversation you would have. Write down your ideal vision of your full recovery. Like write down every last details. Write down the colors, sounds, feelings, smells, like everything. It has to be so real that you can almost like feel it as it's already happened. And when you have wrote it down, you can say this, read it out loud to yourself like every day. And you can almost use it like as a positive affirmations, because in recovery, like we tend to have like negative emotions. And I'm not saying like recovery is so like a happy place and you want to like be there and everything's so positive. So definitely like in recovery, sometimes we tend to be like negative because we feel like shit, like recovery is hard. Like I'm not denying it, but there's no point. There is absolutely like no point on dwelling on negative emotions. And you just have to let go of the negative emotions and instead focus on like what you can do. And the one thing you can do is change your thoughts. And it can really help if you can start to read out your ideal recovery vision every day and remind it to yourself. And also, if you have like a very long recovery vision, and yeah, you can read it still, but sometimes like if you want to just have it like a mantra, you can also use like a very short statement. For example, as I did, is that I wrote something like, I'm so grateful of being fully recovered, and I am now a normal eater, intuitive eater, and I feel amazing. Thank you. And I told myself these simple lines like every day, just to keep my mindset positive and focus on what I want. And the next tip is to start visualizing it. And as you go through the like putting down your perfect recovery vision and doing the mantras, writing it down, you have to start also like visualizing it and see like a clear picture in your head. At first, like from my experience, it can feel like almost like impossible to do, because you have maybe lost all the touch with like the normal eating inside of you or your normal hunger cues. You don't know how it looks like or feels like, but you just have to like start repeating it and start to like imagine like how would you feel like. And in my experience, like it will come like in time. It will become like more real, and you can almost like see it more clear every time. So this is what I did. You start to visualize it. And other thing what I did, and I think is like very important, is that I have learned that our subconscious mind is the most open right before we fall asleep and right after when we wake up. For example, like if you go to bed and you are about to fall asleep, then visualize what you want, the full recovery in your head. And you can also say the positive mantra, right, what you wrote down. I think like the shorter one, like I'm fully recovered, I'm so thankful, and I feel amazing. Like something like that. Of course, you have to write down what really resonates with you. Don't take my mantra, just make it like what will resonate with you and what makes you feel good. And the next tip is that I have already talked about a little bit, but I want to make it like very clear because it's so important. The universal language is emotion, and you have to feel it. Yes, you can write down your vision and everything. It will help it to make more clear, but you have to also feel it. For example, like as I wrote down, my ideal recovery statement was that I'm so grateful, I'm fully recovered, I'm like normal eater, intuitive eater, and thank you, and I feel amazing. So as I said myself these things, I visualized like how it would feel like to be fully recovered, and at the same time I felt amazing. I was like, if I could get this kind of dream come true, like it will be like my ultimate goal, or I would feel so amazing. And it made me feel so happy. It gave me hope, and it gave me even more desire and more like motivations to move on and not be back to in the like a negative hole. So every time I did it, like right before I fall asleep or when I woke up, it made me like feel so good. And the feeling is so important, because what you vibrate, your energy, it is what you will get back in terms of like energy in your life. If you vibrate negative energy, you will get back more negative energy in your life. But if you vibrate positive energy, you will get back the more like similar energy. And the next step is to be grateful. And some people don't understand like why I need to be grateful. Like I don't understand, like I don't have my full recovery. But the basic thing is that normally we are grateful about the things we already have in our life, right? So if you are grateful for your family, your friends, any opportunities you have in your life, then the universe knows that, okay, this is your like present tense, because she is like being grateful. But when you can be grateful of your full recovery, for example, as I said, like I am grateful for my full recovery, like then the universe will make sure that this will be like, this is your present tense. Like the universe understand that this is already in your present tense, and it does like whatever it takes to make it in your present right now. And that's why you need to be grateful of your full recovery even before you actually have it. If you're grateful, like, it's a very positive feeling. And it's like a high vibration energy. And if you just put your inner energy to vibrate in a much higher, like a positive level, you will bring more positive things in your life and positive experiences and even the full recovery. But if you're never grateful of anything, then you put out this like negative energy, and the universe makes sure that you never have like anything to be grateful of. And the last thing is that you have to take action, and you can't just expect like everything like fall on your lap without doing anything. If you don't know where to start, then making your ideal recovery vision, like writing it down, doing the affirmations, the visualizations, and being grateful like every day from the things you have, this is a place to start. Like, this is the action you must take like today, and start from this, and then just start from anything. Like, you don't have to feel like paralyzed that you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, but just start from anything you can think of. For example, maybe you can go on the internet, you can search people who are fully recovered from eating disorder, maybe have like similar stories as you, and maybe you can read their blog, watch their videos, or read their book, and maybe you can have some ideas like what you can try. And see how they work, and you can always change things. You don't have to get stuck in one idea, and just try different things. And this is how the law of attraction can work in the background. And also, if you have this like positive mindset and the law of attraction is working, then it will pull like almost like right people, right experiences, and the right signs in your life. And you also have to just give it time. Like, let the law of attraction work on a background, and just be calm and patient. And yeah, if you are too like impatient, then it's also like negative energy, and you have to like give it time to work. And also, like, eating disorder recovery, like, it takes time. Like, be realistic about it. There's nothing wrong with being like positive, but what I really like is that being a realistic optimist. It means that I can fully recover, and I can be like intuitive eater. I'm so thankful of my full recovery. At the same time, like, be realistic. Like, I know like probably recovery, it won't take only like 1 month. Like, very realistically, it will take like at least a year to recover from eating disorder. And this is especially important because if you expect like the results that's not even possible, for example, to recover in like 1 month, and then you will be like really disappointed if it doesn't happen in 1 month, because it's not even realistic, and you almost like set yourself up for a failure if you're not realistic about it. So really start to use it from today. It doesn't help you if you just listen and say like You really have to like start taking all these tips and start doing it. Like, write down your ideal recovery vision, make a statement, make it very clear, make it like positive tense, and start to like do your affirmations, do your visualizations, like before going to bed or when you wake up, and take action. And yeah, and just start doing it, because recovery doesn't just fall on your lap, and also like when you're being negative, but you really have to like change your mindset and also take action. So if you have any comments below, for example, maybe you have had similar experiences with law of attraction, or maybe you have used it and you have maybe some real life examples to tell us, so I will be very interested. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye. When it went down